Dad, can you tell me where were you born and when?
Let's see, I was born in El Paso, Texas, 1920. Makes me about 88 years old now.
How do you feel?
Well, I feel good.
You feel good?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling fine. You look wonderful at age 88. I hope I can live that long and look as good as you do.
I hope so. I hope so.
When you were growing up and during the first, more or less the first 8 years of your life, what can you tell us about growing up in El Paso with your mom?
Yes, El Paso. My mom used to be the cook at this place we used to live in. It's a two-story building, brick building, and she was the nurse, and we lived there. Besides that, we lived there. And I was about 10 years old at the time. I remember I was about 10 years old. El Paso, Texas. We lived almost in the center of town.
Where did you go to school?
Well, you know, as years went by, I went to school there close by in the school that they had there. And they have next block I went is Catholic Church, so I went there quite often.
Sacred Heart?
Yeah, Sacred Heart.
And did you speak English or Spanish?
Let's see. I was learning English because my mom didn't know English, so I spoke Spanish. Then in school I learned English.
Did you make your first Holy Communion, your baptism?
Oh yeah, all these things. Yeah, it's Catholic, you know, and all that stuff. They make sure that you do all that.
And you still have your faith today?
Oh yeah. Well, I've lived all this long, 88 years now.
So what kind of childhood activities did you do?
The normal things, you might say. You know, grow up. What the hell is this and that, and play with the other kids my age, and just the normal things, you might say.
Now, do you happen to recall anything from about age 8 to maybe 13, 14, kind of like the pre-teens? Now you moved over at that time.
Well, let's see. I became what they call in Spanish a monaguillo, an altar boy, and I used to help the priest. Dominus Obiscum, I would answer back. Dominus Obiscum, that's Spiritu Tuum. And so I went to that period of time where it became we were brought up as Catholics.
So you were very spiritual at that time?
Very spiritual. I still am in a way because you don't lose it really. You keep it on for a while.
Exactly.
My life, I mean, you know. And what else would you like to know?
No, you said around 10 years old, did you move from El Paso towards Los Angeles at that time?
We did.
And why did you move?
Well, that was my dad or my family's decision. We're going to go to California. We came on a 1929 or 30 Ford. No windows, just flaps. They will flap the windows. I mean, they look like that. Individually, we'll open them up.
Were you excited to come to California?
Yeah. So I wanted to see the ocean and all that.
And you already had family here? Did some relatives?
Yeah, I had family here related.